This season is turning out to be funny. It is by far one of the funniest seasons in a long, long time. I mean, she just got a whole group of clowns, and I'm loving every moment. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12, Episode 11. Like I said, these girls are clowns. They are clowning on here, and I am loving every moment of it. Now listen, it's getting close, and the girls are starting to feel the burn of it actually getting close. Um, Truth be told, they weren't really all that happy with that double save. They're like, what are all these bitches here? Okay. So I just kind of laughed. I said, okay, I feel you. I feel you. Rue rolled through, and the mini challenge was the bitch fest with the puppets. Now, again, this is one of these things. I never usually, the musicals drive me nuts. The puppet situation drives me nuts. And generally, when they do the debate, it drives me nuts. I'll just sit through it. I'm like, come on, let's do what we got to do. But those are not my favorite episodes. Funny. This group of girls, each of those things that generally I don't find all that funny, I found hilarious. They did this puppet thing. Jackie picked a puppet that looked like Sherry. Because what they had to do is get their puppet and then dress the puppet in drag, quick drag, and then act out that person's personality. Jackie got Sherry. Heidi got Crystal. Jada got Gigi. Gigi got Jackie. Crystal got Jada. Sherry got Heidi. Everybody was really on. Everybody was really on. Everybody did good except for Gigi, who actually did Jackie, and it was an epic fail. It was just a bomb. Gigi is just not funny when she tries to be funny. When she's not being funny is when she's funny. But she bombed. But Jackie turned it out with Sherry. She wore Sherry's ass out with that puppet. You hear me? Wore her out. Jackie ended up winning the mini challenge. So she got to actually choose the order of the girls' performances for the Maxi Challenge. The Maxi Challenge was a one-woman show, and it was live. It was one-woman show live, and it all made sense because the special guest judge was Whoopi Goldberg, and we all know Whoopi Goldberg like flew to fame because of her one-woman show that she did on Broadway. So I said, okay, so it was very exciting to have Whoopi there. I love Whoopi. Jackie, like I said, got to pick the order. Jackie put herself first. She put herself first, and then Crystal right after her. Then we have Heidi, we had Gigi, we had Sherry, because Sherry was like, I don't want to go last. Nobody wanted to go last, but Sherry jumped right out there, was like, I don't want to be last. Everybody knew Sherry was going to do well anyway, so nobody wanted to really go behind Sherry anyhow, because, you know, comedy is her thing. Anyway, Jada went ahead and just said, fine, whatever, I'll take one from the team and I'll go last. So we said, okay, cool. So then they go and they do this here walkthrough. Rue comes rolling through, and he's sitting out there. They actually did it on the main stage. They sitting out there, him and Whoopi Goldberg. Jackie came out, and she was completely bombing. Completely bombing. And Whoopi gave her some good advice. She told her, girl, stop trying so hard. Just stop trying so hard. Just let it flow and you'll be okay. Just let it flow and just see what happens. Stop being so damn uptight because I've noticed that Jackie can be very uptight. So it was excellent advice. It really was. It was excellent advice. Heidi, Heidi got some great advice. And of course, Heidi is like a sponge. She sucks up any advice or she'll steal it. If you crack a joke, she'll steal it and just roll it on into there. And this is how she has done so well in the competition. I said, you just keep doing what you're doing, Miss Heidi. Um, Crystal, they loved her. They loved her, and she didn't know why. Because she's just goofy. She's just being her authentic, goofy self. And, she's just like, whatever. Gigi from the door. Whoopi told her, you got a good idea going, but it's too rehearsed. Improv a little. Don't worry about what you wrote on the paper. Improv. Live in the moment and see what happens. Of course, Gigi didn't listen. Jada was completely starstruck meeting Whoopi. Her favorite movie is Color Purple. And she ended up getting a hug from Whoopi, and she started to get a little emotional. And we all know Jada's not one for emotions. She has that hard barrier, and they're trying to break her down. And Ru will do it because that's what Ru prides himself in, breaking people down. So I thought that was really cute that she got to meet Whoopi, and Whoopi told her, girl, come down here. And Whoopi hugged her and everything. So that was really, really cute. So we go ahead and we start. When they started getting painted, there's always usually a really deep conversation that goes on while they're getting painted, and we go through all that. Well, tonight, it was one of these things where it shows your age and what you're actually versed in. And I laugh. Jada didn't know who Rose Nylund was from the Golden Girls, okay? She had no idea who Rose Nylund was. Child, listen. I would die. I thought I would die when she said, child, I didn't know who no damn Rose Nylund was. I thought it was one of them bitches they know from New York, child. You talking about somebody sitting down screaming? I was screaming. I said, I know that's right. I've told y'all before, Drag Race has turned into a contest of the West Coast girls and the New York girls. And when she said that, child, I didn't know who that was. I thought it was one of them bitches they know from New York. And I fell out laughing. I said, shade, honey. No. It's Rose Nylund. Everybody knows who Rose Nylund is, girl. But anyway, the runway category was the color purple. It's the color purple. Listen. Flat out. Everybody looked good. Heidi looked stunning. Heidi had this gown, this lilac gown with the back out. She looked soft as butter. You hear me? I said, get down, Miss Heidi. She looked really, really good. I was like, okay, I was here for it. But baby, Miss Jada came through there. Jada's legs are everything. Do you understand? This bow-legged whore. Her legs are everything. She come out, it had the piece of a skirt, and it was a bodysuit, and it was asymmetric, and it had a big old hat swept, and it gave this whole Parisian feel with the thigh-high boots. It was everything. Everything. And I'm going to tell y'all in a minute how it all wrapped in. I said, oh, girl, you could not have thought this out on purpose at all. It was definitely a time when the planets just lined up. I just hated that they lined up when they did, like this. But anyway, so let's talk about their one-woman shows. Heidi was bombing. She was bombing. She did like a whole reenactment of her family cookout, and she was doing all these characters. And it was too much, and it just started to run in. You didn't know where one character was in it and another one was coming in. It was just a little bit too much. Jackie was excellent. Crystal was excellent. She actually did a stripper. this whole uh I don't know what, that the stripper was dressed like a man, looked like a man, but painted for filth and looking crazy and doing all these moves. And it was fun. I said, wait a minute, first of all, I didn't even know that old Crystal could move like that, honey. I said, Crystal, did you used to be a stripper for real? What is you doing, bitch? But it was hilarious. And I still, every time I look at her, I see Weird Al Yankovic. But funny, funny, funny. It was hilarious. Sherry was naturally good, but Sherry went on for 18 minutes. They had 5 minutes. That bitch went on and babbled on for 18 minutes. Jada came out and her jokes, her whole thing, it fell flat, but she caught it because when the people didn't get the joke, she just kind of went and said, y'all wasn't using it at all. And then she made fun of herself and got the audience back. And they were like, okay, bitch, yeah, you bombed, but girl, we here for you. So she caught it. So I'm thinking to myself, well, flat out, I'm thinking Crystal's going to win. And she did. And I thought that Sherry was going to be in the bottom because she didn't listen to instructions. And if the limit is 5 minutes in any pageant, honey, you go over the time limit, either you disqualify, most of them you disqualify. But they didn't disqualify her. But it was like, girl, So I thought that Sherry was going to fall into the bottom, but she didn't. The bottom ended up being Heidi and Jada. And I was devastated. Devastated. And this is when I said I wanted Sherry to fall in the bottom. And the planets had lined up. The song that they had to do for Lip Sync for Your Life was 1999 by Prince. And the outfit that dear old Jada had on, it all lined up, baby. It screamed Prince. She could have got right on stage with the Revolution, baby, and fit right in. I said, oh. And listen, and then she, in her hair, like I told you, she had this hat that was tilted, and then her hair was real long on the other side. She had her hair swung to the side. But when they got to performing, 1999, she whipped that off, baby, and had this short, blonde dude, honey, that was giving you very Prince. She turned it. And listen, Heidi is a performing ass. There was nothing that Heidi did wrong. Heidi performed her heart out. She performed her heart out in her gown. She did. It was one of the best lip sync for your lives. It fit right in with the top lip syncs for your lives. But there was nothing she could do. It was just one of those things. Jada slayed this performance. It was sickening. It was sickening. I was like, that's the type of lip sync for your life that you actually need the night of the finale. That's where it fit in at. It was that good. And she ended up sending our girl Heidi home. I was devastated. Because tonight was the night that I felt like Sherry should have went home. That 18 minutes was ridiculous. I thought so, and so did Michelle Visage. And I believe if Michelle Visage had her way, she would have sent Sherry's ass packing. I know I would have. I would have took all her points away. 18 minutes. And then she's sitting there like she didn't even realize she had went on that long. And Michelle told her, girl, it's because you're selfish. You're very self-centered and selfish. And you knew there's another girl waiting to go on. And you just babbling on. She acted like she didn't know. Whatever. Anyway, they sent our Heidi home. All right, you all. I'll catch y'all next week. But again, funny. These episodes, this group of girls, like I said, they're clowns. They're clowns, and I mean that in the best way. They are clowns. They have been keeping me laughing this whole season. They have made me really enjoy categories that I've not enjoyed many seasons. So, yeah, these girls. And Rue said to them tonight, I wish you all could be the top 6 just every year. I wish you all could be the top 6. And I agree. They're that good. They really are. They're that entertaining. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next week.